Hey, morning folks. We're starting this video of today in the workshop because the weather outside is just not great to do what I need to do. This weekend we need to get some more of the significant steps into place necessary for moving to the new farm. And as you know, before we can do that, we need animal camps, we need solar power, we need the water to work, we need a place for ourselves to live in. So these are really big projects that need attention. So what we did this week is to collect wood from old vineyard poles, and this is what we're going to be treating today, trying to treat them a little bit with the shou sugi bun Japanese method. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a custom spin on that because we can't treat it with beeswax or some natural oils, so we'll be doing that with boiled linseed oil and turpentine. And then the other thing is, of course, that when you procure this wood in this fashion, it's not always in a great state. So fortunately the vineyard poles we got are good enough for fencing, but I do need to treat them so that they can last forever. So if you don't know what shou sugi bun is a method of treating softer woods. And again, I'm going to do this on blue gum, which is not ideal, but by charring the wood surface and then coating it with oil, you're protecting it against fungus and mold, basically insects. And I've recently found out that it also protects against UV. So I'm going to do that at least at the bottom where the pole will be going into the ground. So a very common way to preserve wood is to mix in boiled linseed oil. Boiled is a bit better than raw because it gives you a better drying time, with turpentine or paraffin. I've heard that paraffin actually works a lot better because the smell that remains adds extra protection against insects by chasing them far away. I don't have paraffin, so I'm going to be using mineral turpentine and boiled linseed oil in a 50-50 combination, and then we'll be applying it over these old poles. Now, of course, there is a caveat here. If you're going to be spending $60 on a bottle of linseed oil and $30 on a bottle of turpentine, you need to make sure that this offsets your cost or savings that you've made on your salvaged wood. In my case, we used a whole bottle. That's $90 that I've used to treat almost 12 poles. But one CCA treated pole from one of the agri shops or so would cost you between 70 and $100. So for the price of one pole, I've treated 12. In the future, I'll buy bulk, so 25-liter drums of boiled linseed oil and larger quantities of paraffin or turpentine, totally offset the costs. These poles can be had for free if you search hard enough. We paid $7 a pole. That's 7 rand. That's not even enough to buy half a can of Coke. I think that's about it for treating this wood. It's the best we can do with the time frames, and we've got a pretty good result. They look a bit worse for wear, but they'll last forever. Very happy with the result. So we're going to load this up on the bakkie, and then we're going to head through to the new farm. And then the tough job is drilling holes in that rocks again. So let's see. Okay, we just arrived, but it's dark and it's cold. I think it's gonna rain, so we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to teleport right into the next day. Good morning. It's not early enough, but it's 7:30. And we are going to start on the kraal fence. See how far we get. So our road is here, and we need to build it in there on that hill. So see if we can drive there, kind of create a new road. This is rough, but the rocks are level, and it gives us a way to create a road here eventually that goes onto that hill to where the kraal is going to be. And this is the kind of road we'll need for animal transport and delivering feed and so on. So let's see if we can just start clearing this up so I can at least just park off the road here. Doing this, it's not nice, but if we clear roads, we can stick to the roads in the future, and we don't need to do it again. We can leave the veld to be itself. So it's kind of necessary evil in the beginning. Just by manual hand pulling labor, making sure no sharp little twigs are sticking up, we've basically cleared out almost 100 meters. So it goes all the way up there, and it's in front of the vehicle there. I had to change into a long sleeve shirt because there's always something you forget, and this time it was sunblock. Okay, so this point first. Are you going to work your way down here? Okay. See, now this is what we have to deal with. Rock. That's not very deep. Okay, we are done. Oh, day one. Poles are in the ground. We had to crack a few rocks with the mattock again, which is now completely toast. So I think we're good. 200 to 300 mils in the ground, and Alexia added some rocks to the top. Actually, come and have a look at this. That's it. So I think this looks pretty good, and this will do it. But now we're off to make fire and steak. So see you next time.